Hey, what's up everyone? I'm excited today to show you our new headquarters, but before we go there, we have to go back in time. We're over here on East Chestnut area, East Springfield. If you know where that's at, it's the hood. So we might get stabbed out here. I don't know, we might get jumped, but let me show you our headquarters. We just moved from this 2,000 square feet. So we've been out of this like three to 4 months. I'm gonna show you what it's like inside. Follow me in. All right, we have 2,000 square feet here, 1,000 for the warehouse, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and 1,000 with offices and one bathroom, which was awesome. So this is my office here. I'll take you guys inside here. It's very small. This desk, got this for free from a lady that had it on Facebook Market, and I love this desk. It will always stay with us. But you'll notice as we go throughout this place, like logos are important, right? Because this is the first real business that I had that led to Fat Muscle Project. This is my coaching business. And I like to put other stuff on the wall, like All Out Life. But you can see this was my tiny little office, but I loved it here. Let me show you the rest of it. All right, so one of the things about this was we had one bathroom. And we've got dudes working in a warehouse, and Leslie would be here every once in a while, obviously. So one bathroom, that sucked. So you see we put logos up on the wall because we were proud. We wanted to be able to come in here and work and see everything that we were doing every single day. Here's another little small office that we had here. And then all the way back here in the corner, this is where we had all the shipping area set up, and Jay was in charge of that. So we would pick, send out orders. It was just so tiny and cramped, and it looks big because it's empty right now. And then this is where we stored all of our stuff. I mean, it looks ghetto. It was clean, kept it swept and clean, everything up off the ground, but about 1,000 square feet. You'd be surprised how much stuff you can fit in 1,000 square feet, you know, when it's on pallets and it's stacked on top of each other. You know, we finally had a bay door. That was a big deal for us because, as most of you know, we started off in my house from 2020 to 2022. All right, so here we go. May 24th, the very, very first day of the madness. And I'm capturing this so you can look back and see this, where it all started on day one. Putting them together on the floor and knocking them out.
All right, enough messing around. Get to work.
We were in this almost all of 2023. And then finally, the last two things that are the most important things in the office. We put our core values up because we see these every single day. And anytime you have a question on anything in business, your core values answer those questions for you, okay? But then finally, here is the most important thing. And this is a group picture from our very first customer appreciation event that we had in Springfield. And the important reason that we put this up is because every single day as we walk through that door, we see our customers. We remember while we're here, this is who we're here to help. All right, everyone, you just saw our old 2,000 square foot facility. This is our new 10,000 square foot place. I'm gonna take you in and give you a tour. We've only been here a few months. I'm excited to show you what we got going on. Come on in. All right, so this is it. This is our new facility. We've been in here since November. It took us a while to get locked in, but we got everything in here slowly but surely. You can see Leslie's over here doing some work in her office. We're gonna visit with her shortly. And then over here, the funny thing is, this is Jacob's doing some work. But when we walked in, the first thing he said was, "This is my office." Like, he claimed it before we even knew what the place looked like, which was pretty funny. And then I'm gonna take you and show you the rest of the place. Let's go and see what Leslie's doing. What are you working on?
Jeez, bro.
What are you working on?
Labels, graphics.
So Leslie does a lot of different things here. She does all of our labels, all of our graphics, all the stuff that goes on the walls, all the stuff that goes on the shirts, kind of, even though I make a lot of my own white trashy stuff myself.
He tries to be a graphic designer.
Thanks
He's
to Canva.
not.
Thanks to Canva, a lot of us can. But labels and all that stuff, like that's Leslie. So you're also, looks like you're working on a label for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Synergy.
Yep. We do a lot of stuff with Synergy as well, where we make products for other people. So this is your office. Looks like you're still getting moved in. The funny thing is,
I know. I got half-naked ladies in my window.
when you look around, like we're gonna see Jacob's office. This isn't even half the stuff that she's won. So
I had to outdo Jacob. He comes in here all fancy with his stuff.
we're gonna show
So
his
I had
next. This is this is the tank top. Leslie wanted to try these out for the women. So these are in. I'm gonna take this out. We're gonna show everybody how we actually make apparel, and we'll have you try that on.
What are we putting on that one?
I think probably just the OG Fat Muscle logo.
Okay.
We'll figure something out, but we'll have you try that on. And this is how we launch stuff. Like, you know, it's St. Patrick's Day today, so she's got green on. I've got green on. But you can see these logos, like Leslie's made all of that. So we're gonna go see what we can come up with. All right, and this is Jacob Klessens. Pretty much runs the place. What are you working on?
Just updating some inventory. Just finished a decent sized wholesale order. So
Yeah, so tell everybody what you do in less than 30 seconds, because you literally do everything.
Okay, so I essentially just take care of all the daily operations. Just help Fat Muscle run, whether it's processing orders, receiving product, like managing inventory, do some of the social, and yeah, just
Lots of wholesale orders.
lots of wholesale orders mainly. Yeah.
We've got like, what, 76 retail locations now at this point?
Yeah.
But what people also don't know is this week we've got our big Fat Muscle Academy customer appreciation event. We've got, you know, in the neighborhood of 100 people showing up, 3 days worth of stuff. And typically before, like, I was handling a lot of that stuff, but now that we've added all these different companies, you know, Leslie's doing her thing, I'm doing mine. Jacob's really taken on a lot of that stuff. So he's pretty much in charge of the whole thing, from hotel rooms to the food to the setup. Like,
It's kept me very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy this year.
yeah, it's a beast. So very, very important role here, because if something ever happened, and we all know this, if I went down or something happened, there was an emergency, Jacob can do every single thing and run this business. He's done it, every single part of it. So it's nice to have somebody in the business, because Leslie wouldn't be able to do every single thing. Jay wouldn't be able to do every single thing. I can, but I can't do it as well as he does. So like, he's so crucial and vital to this. So speaking of shipping and wholesale orders, I know we got a couple in today. We're gonna go out into the warehouse and meet Jay, and we're gonna make some apparel. So this is the lobby out here. I was just in this. So we've got places for people to sit. This is an awesome massage chair gifted to us by George and Carrie Ferris. This thing is awesome. Not gonna lie, my old asses fell asleep in this numerous times at the end of the day, which is kind of funny, but we love this. Probably the coolest part of the whole place, besides my office, which is up there, which we're gonna go up and see, the King's Perch, where I look down on my peasants. Just kidding. Let me show you the best part. So when we first came here, this was all cubicles. This was a trucking company. There's like, I don't know, 12 cubicles, 8 cubicles, whatever. It's all, Jacob and I looked at each other, we're like, this place has to be a gym. So you can see we've added equipment, all different types and pieces, mostly a bro gym, right? But that's okay, because we're all a bunch of bros. But you'll see the stuff that's up on the wall, like execute like a pro, day one over one day. As we go throughout this place, you're gonna see all this stuff's on the walls for a reason. It all has meaning. This is all stuff that we've released on shirts. So it's very, very important to us. But I mean, we train in here every single day. Like the staff, we train here. We've got people that want to come in and train. We love it here. We're gonna go ahead and go up to my office next, then we'll go out in the warehouse. So this is an unconventional office. It's upstairs. Well, real quick, pit stop. The last video, you all saw that we only had one bathroom. So now we have a bathroom here. We have a bathroom here, and we also have a full kitchen. Well, we can't cook, but it's nice. You know, we've got a place that we can store food and everything in. We didn't have that at the old place. All right, so this is my office up here. It's a lot bigger than what I ever thought it would be, but that's okay, because we have meetings up here. You can see we're working on some stuff. some new graphics. So basically, I'll show you here real quick. We cut these out and heat press these on. So this is a middle-aged and crazy graphic that I made, but we get these in, cut these out, but we have meetings up here. Obviously you can see I'm a whiteboard nerd, so like we've got our whole year mapped out. And then the rest of my office, you know, I do podcasts up here, and you can see the most important thing on the wall is another logo, and that's the theme for 2025 is the work's not done. And that's part of our event. It's just part of who we are. Like no matter how big we get, we always remember the work's not done. And this is my insane space that I have here trying to run everything. But the funny part is if you look down here and you look down there and you can see Leslie working, Jacob working. When he's eating his bananas down there, I like to zoom in on him because he loves that. And then I like to mess with Leslie by doing this. She just loves that. She loves it. So from here, we're gonna go out into the warehouse. We're gonna meet Jay. We've got orders coming in and we're gonna make some apparel. So let's go out there next. All right, so this is the warehouse out here. You see we're starting to get some orders. It's early in the day. We're starting to get some orders ready to go out. And then this is Jay over here. Jay is in charge of shipping. And as most people know, Jay is one of the co-founders in 2016 when we dropped just the apparel side of things. So Jay's over here. Looks like he's getting some stuff ready. What are you working on?
I'm just grabbing some items here for a wholesale order that's about to come through. Looks like they got a lot of 1-pounders, pre-workouts, and vitamins.
Yeah, so we don't sell these on the website, but a lot of our retail locations we created these for. These are 1-pound bags. So Jay is the person that's in charge of shipping out here. He went 5,000 orders without an error. It's pretty insane. So like he does amazing work. But if you want to show this here to show everybody, this is his area. So this is where we pull product from. We're going to show you the warehouse where it's all stored, but he pulls product from here, gets everything shipped out on time. And I mean, as orders come in, you're getting them done like that, right?
Yeah, because it sends a notification to the customer. So I want like the customer to see that they've got their order like fulfilled very quickly. So
yeah, and the nice thing too is here, come over here. The nice thing about Jay is, come here, even though he's bigger than me, this guy was 330 pounds. Then he dropped down to 230 pounds, and then he put on a shit ton of muscle, and he's dieting again now. So this guy lives it. Yeah. And he's been around since the beginning. So it's cool. We both got the same shirt on. So yeah. We're going to talk about apparel. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. All right, so this is the warehouse out here. We actually have 2 big spots like this, but as you can see, like this is all the protein and stuff like this. We restock this every single month since we own the manufacturing company, Synergy Labs. So we make short trips every single month, but you can just see product. We'll go through all this, then we'll restock it every single month. All the stuff that we have stored, boxes, things of that nature. But this door that you see over here that's down, I'm gonna take you in and show you that next. That's a whole other spot just like this that's wide open. We've got, you know, the trailer and stuff over there, but that's gonna allow us to expand. So as we've grown from 300 square feet at my house to 1,200 to 1,100 square feet at a first location after the house, and then the 2,000 that you just saw, and now we're at 10,000. But it allows us to expand and grow from here all the way over to the other side. And I'll show you that here in just a little bit. All right, come on in and see this extra space. So you can see we've got the trailer here. This is what we use every single month. Jay and I go up and still make the trips to this day because that saves us thousands and thousands of dollars a month, where if we had shipped it this way, it would have cost a lot of money. So it saves us quite a bit. So this place is huge. You can see another big bay door here. Then we've also got Jason Wells. I told him he could store his bass boat in here as long as he brought me 2 cases of Monster a month in exchange for rent, which, Jason, if you're watching, you have not lived up to because you owe me some Monsters, but in all seriousness, you can see this space. So when you put pallet racking in here, it's going to allow us to probably 20x what we're doing now, and we're going to grow into this side. This is how we do all of our apparel. So I'm actually going to make a special shirt for Diana and Quinn Gear, who are coming to our event, and they have been buying stuff since the beginning. So this is a Fat Muscle original since 2016 logo that I made. I'm going to be presenting this to them. That's, you know, going to air after that happens. So we think a lot about them, and they're coming to the event. Not very many people have been around since 2016. So let me show you how you do this. So essentially you put this on, you get it squared up. It's super easy, old school. Basically just visually check it. And then when you heat press this, it goes down for 12 seconds. And then whenever it beeps, this thing opens up and you literally tear it right off and it's ready to wear just like that. Here we go, check this out. Just like that, it's done. Shirts are ready to go, and that's how we can do all this stuff in-house. And we keep the logo separate, so we just keep a bunch of blank shirts and tank tops, and then when people order, we make them and throw them right in and it goes out the door. All right, so this is the new shirt we made. Like I told them, everything you've got to give the thumbs up, thumbs down to for women. So looks like, it looks good to me, but of course, when you're jacked like that, everything looks good. So what do you think? Yeah?
I like
So,
the cut. I like the neck.
yeah.
Like this part.
What's the back look like? Okay, yeah, it's not a racer back, so I'm that type of person, so I'm not the best with apparel, especially for women, obviously, because I'm a guy. It's like, I would just stick with the same black tank tops. She's like, no, like, we got to try different stuff, so.
Women like different things.
Yeah,
We don't like to wear the same black t-shirt every day.
yeah. So looks like we'll be having tank tops like that in the future. I hope you all enjoyed the tour of our new facility. Look forward to showing you a lot of the other stuff that we're working on, whether it's Synergy Labs or Premier U or New Ethics. Probably the next thing that you're going to see business-wise is our behind the scenes of the Fat Muscle Academy customer appreciation event, where we've got 100 people coming in, our top customers and retailers, all of our coaches, where we give back $9,000 in cash and prizes. It's my favorite part of every single year. I love doing it, and we're going to show you why customer service is so important to running a good business.